Yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that. Now, this game, I watched the whole game. It came on before the Aces. LA versus Chicago, final score 98-91. Ended up going to overtime. Now, I think I'm trying to remember exactly like the last play. I think Canada was taking the three, and Dana Evans was good. The standout for me on Chicago was Dana Evans. I'll say this as far as the overall narrative. We know Candace Parker has been talking retirement. I think it's a lot of disappointment behind the parade and Candace Parker eyes. I've heard her speak of how she viewed basketball, her come up, competing with her brothers, being totally against lowering the rim, which I think is wrong. I think she was kind of broken with bringing a championship to her hometown of Chicago and not having the turnout that they wanted or that she may have wanted. I think to a lot of the other ones, they just, cool with the championship, but by it being her hometown, I think she expected more. And we know when you win at the college level, it's a lot more support, but that support hasn't extended to the professional ranks for the women in the same way that it would be if the Bulls had won. It would have been a huge turnout, and it wasn't even like a semi thing. But I think she just has to understand. I think this is a part of the reason with her retiring, because she's reached that top point. She's won that championship, but it's not that same love that the other side gets. I think she feels that she puts in the same amount of work, but they don't get appreciated or get that same amount of respect, and she gets more out of doing the TNT and just talking the NBA. So I don't think it's not that she's going to cheat the game, but mentally, I don't think that she's in it the same way. And I seen that first game, it just seemed like they were kind of going through the motion. Not Dana Evans. Dana was in her bag, the whole time. But she's young, still something to prove. She put up 24, 9 of 17, 2 of 7. I mean, everything I watched her on both ends, she was the standout for the Sky. Candace did have 21 and 6, so it's not like she's not playing. And Canada put up 21, 8, and 4. And of course, she had the clutch plays. If you watch, Magic Johnson shouted her out and all that. But to me, it's like the team will go as the top player goes, and you might have somebody that is still hungry and all that. But for me, Candace just was checked out. She was there, but she wasn't there, kind of just going through the motions. In my mind, it's like she's a little bit retired already. And the Sparks, even when they were down, you can just see it was a hungriness about them. Like they really wanted this game, and they kept fighting. They didn't stop. That's like I gave credit to Becky Hammons, Derek Fisher, putting that championship, DNA championship mentality. It's like you could see a focus, even if they felt like they were maybe outmatched in certain areas or, down at certain points. This team just has no give up in it. And I think long term, it's that type of mentality with the addition and different pieces that's going to help this team. But yeah, shout out to Jordan. Canada did her thing, came up big. Now I don't think I thought that was a foul on Dana Evans at the end. I think she got one, but in the moment she hit the big shots, made the big plays, hometown player. I'm not gonna complain about it. I just think the Sparks were the hungrier team, and ultimately, when you got another team and another starters going through the motions, this is the type of result or the type of position that you possibly put your team in when you just not as hungry. You got another team that whatever you think about the talent levels, sometimes hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. And I think that was the perfect summary of this game. Shout out to Jordan Canada. Shout out to Dana Evans. Those were the two standouts in this game for me. Nostalgia Hoops, Nostalgia Sports and Culture. Like, share, subscribe them all.